Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 13. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
I remember 4-4 used to be the defense, bro.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb.
The 4-4,
and this time not
three.
as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
5, bro.
Yep, 180. 3 bar. Alert. 50
Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Cover 6.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. That's a strong safety making a strong, hard tackle.
And we know his coach. Doesn't smile a whole lot, does he? How about that grin right there, ear to ear after that play?
Nigga coming out in that near pole. I ain't never see a nigga really run that shit like that, to be honest with you.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert 33.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
To throw, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. A good pickup there at 22.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
2nd and 7 at the 11-yard line. Good. 180. 57. Point right.
2nd and 7. Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Too many times. He running the whole drive.
His kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side. Because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
You're playing for bread. They don't let you use stuff.
Out of the pistol, it's Bell. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down.
That's another Jets. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Darnold from the red zone now. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Browns drive about to get started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Mayfield, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on third.
Regular. Hey, Charlie. Check 13. Point it right.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He finds Beckham, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score.
I'm trying to figure out how a nigga got over 40 something.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on second down, Darnold. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
51 the mic. I got one.
Darnold from the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A very solid gain of 27. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now Bell. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Jets have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, exit.
Mayfield to throw it. This is the tight end, Njoku. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Amani.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
What happened?
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Check. Crunch.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Where you get this from?
Mike 51. Hey, pick your game up, lady.
On 2nd and a yard. Darnold got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Jets will extend their lead. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 28. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half.
Hey, bro, you used to play Madden when they used to have lobbies? They used to have, like, lobbies on that shit where you can go in that shit and, like, try to join a game, play a game.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
go.
Here's Mayfield. He's going to look deep now for Landry. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
You gotta be ready. Don't be scared of it. King. Attack.
Chubb. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. And again, it's Chubb. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
I'm coming, fuck, nigga. Fuck you.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They'll go again with Bell, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
This touchdown right here.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
You better get up out of that
Boston
shit.
shot through on the
And
safety
they
blitz
let
for
me
the
know
sack.
how to
So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this 2nd half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half, trying to slow them down. But now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. To throw is Darnold. Wide open receiver complete. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process. Now it's Darnold. This is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Jets
pocket awareness.
touchdown. In for the score. And the Jets will extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Browns drive about to get started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
8 yards on the pickup.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey, Haywood!
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
180! And watch your leg! King!
You run the ball, I'm going to blitz that gap so fast.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one, because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I can't hear you, bro. What'd you say?
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Run.
Mayfield down, and he's going to go down again.
The Cardinals?
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Bad day, too.
Go!
Yeah, he's straight. He's solid. I give him his props.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
That nigga ain't trash. Who said he was trash?
Shoot! Watch the safety creep! Hurry!
That nigga ain't trash, bro.
Mike, 53.
How you making offensive lineman do that?
4th down, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tremaine Johnson could not be contained on the corner blitz. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets will extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
I needed like 60 more passing yards, bro, and I'd have been got the challenge. He could never get the achievement.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. On 2nd and 12, Mayfield looking left side. That's caught by Landry. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
57. Mike, 57.
2nd and 5 now. Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. And that makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Darnold got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Darnold. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 33. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, That's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
The New York offense
right
taking
here,
over for their next
Keith,
possession.
I
And
promise
this
you.
one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
The only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I remember Coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
And Darnold wants to throw the football. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Here we go. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Go. Mike 51. Mike 51. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. All right, here we go. No lady. Out. No lady.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Jets, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, it's a loss that could wind up hurting a little as they fall now to 11-4. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.